has been frustrated by the local football association as he took charge of the national under-20 squad recently. Latipi complained openly about a lack of support in a timely fashion by way of camps or appropriate warm-up matches ahead of their tournament in Miami recently. But his biggest gripe was the non-payment of salaries for months at a time, a situation which saw him take the association to court and won previously. He also complained that the TTFA failed to comply with the agreed payment plan stipulated by the courts, which frustrated his efforts to effectively do his job the second time around and forced him to down tools in protest. Now he is off to Barbados, where a formal announcement by the president of the Barbados Football Association, Randy Harris, is expected on Wednesday. And that was News Now on TTT. I'm Stacey Ann Providence. Do have a good morning.
Catholic News contributed to the wider society by holding a mirror, I think, of this is what our society looks like.
I think the Catholic News has a very important role to play in nation building, because we have never had a program of nation building in the country.
I always give credit that Sister Marie-Therese, in fact, was the first real editor in terms of the person on the spot, getting news, going out there. This is a person who is of, she was French, she's French by birth. English was not her native language, but she went out and brought stories.
What you see today for this officer is the culmination of all the contributions made by Trinidad and Tobago. And more importantly, yes, there was in fact a donor to this officer, but that was one donor of many donors that would have contributed to what was happening. A lot of donors came on and gave us items to help police officers, not only to help police officers, but to also get them back on the feet. So for me, as an association and part of the wider campaign of the I Support Our Service campaign, it's an important and integral part for us, because we want to make that social connection with corporate Trinidad and Tobago and move forward as a country and make this country a better place. I am now reassured that this country is a better place based on what I have seen today. We are trying to, in fact, impact on each of their lives. I'm quite certain that before the close of the year, every single officer would be in a better position than they were originally in after the floods.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, universe, wherever you are looking at us, possibly on Facebook or listening to us on Talk City 91.1 FM. I'm Lisa. We come alongside Carrie. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning, Lisa.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic this morning.
Because you have a big cup of coffee.
Exactly. I'm starting my day right.
And how was your evening?
My evening was very good. I actually had a meeting yesterday that went very, very well. Okay. Looking forward to that and what the future holds for Carrie Roberts.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And I have some other plans on the way as well. So, definitely looking forward to everything that is to come.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm looking forward to last evening, I went to retreat.
Yeah?
Yeah, I started my Lenten retreat yesterday.
It was very nice. Where is it being held?
At St. Teresa. So, during the period of Lent, especially in the Catholic Church, I'd imagine in the Anglican as well, because remember, we started Lent with His Grace as well as Bishop from the Anglican Church. So, a number of retreats take place from various parishes across the country. And so, St. Teresa started theirs on last evening. It goes for the entire week. But I think St. Patrick's has theirs every Wednesday. So you could come. We could go on Wednesday if you're around.
I could.
Yeah, a whole set of us went down. The whole TTT posse went down last week. So maybe you could come with us. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday because it's been so busy these past few days.
I could only imagine, Lisa. You have so much on your plate, so much going on.
Well, I'm all excited about Green Days by the River.
Yes, I was just about to say.
And everyone's excited about that and about, providing local content, more local content and more regional content.
That's right.
And more diasporic content here on TTT. So.
Yes, and I will be locked on Easter Sunday for Green Days by the River because I wanted to see it for a long time and I didn't get the opportunity to go to the film festival that year. So, Easter Sunday right on TTT.
And you have not as yet read the book either.
No, I have not.
You should get the book. It's a good read. Michael Anthony, good morning, Uncle Sonny Boy, some of us call him. It's a very good read, so perhaps you might want to read the book and compare the book to the movie.
To the movie, yeah.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, it depends.
Sometimes it goes different.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so also trending last night, I picked up on my service that New Zealand is set to revise its existing gun laws. This is after its very first incident, as we know, that happened. It's just a few days after. And of course, the debate continues in the U.S. so many years on and so many mass shootings, and they're still debating this.
They're still debating, yeah. The question is, when will it be enough? Some are asking, and some are still, defending their Second Amendment law.
Well, they took a woman.
Right.
Yeah, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and her cabinet, they are moving forward to gun law reform in New Zealand.
That is excellent. And also, she said she would not even utter the name of the person who perpetrated that act.
I agree.
Because they were seeking notoriety, so she would not give them the pleasure of that.
Carrie, I always think, why do we really encourage this sort of action by perpetuating it by
sharing the videos and giving all the information about the person and their backstory and everything like that.
Because some people think that this is their only way, this is their walk to fame, right?
Exactly.
So I commit something horrendous and I'll end up on the front page of the papers or in the news. So go delist them, have no conversation about it.
No conversation, no mention of their name, just take every avenue that they would have used, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a great show in store for you today. We have Unique, Not Different.
Always a good time here with
Shamla Maraj. I always enjoy. And of course, it's Down Syndrome Awareness Month.
Yes, correct.
So I suspect that we're going to have some guests in with Shamla this morning to talk about that. I always get tied up because we have Shamilia Thomas,
right,
who's our head of production, and Shamla Maraj, who is our head of everything. She's just a super wonderful person. I'm totally inspired by her. And, we have so many things on the program as usual, at least 12 to 15 interviews or activities on the program this morning.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how many interviews have we covered for the duration of the program so far.
We started counting and then we stopped.
I
know it's over 1,000
yes,
interviews.
definitely.
It's at least probably close to 3,000 interviews by now.
By now, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we do here every morning between 6 and 8. We keep it alive for you, keep it positive, give you information and so much more. And you know what? Rishi's missing.
Yes, he is missing. I was waiting for that little dose of narcissism and I couldn't find it.
Gary, behave. Gary, Rishi, you remember this show is recorded, huh?
Yeah,
and it plays over.
I know. So
I'll
have to pay for it on Thursday.
Good morning to Rishi. Of course, Rishi worked over the weekend, so he's off today and tomorrow. Oh boy. But he really works very, very hard.
Yes, he does indeed.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot more happening in studio. But before we go any further, it's time for a traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
And we're in central Trinidad right now, and it looks like the script is flipped. Oh, there we go. Now on the right side, we can see the northbound lane, and as we can see, the traffic going through there a little slowly, but still flowing at this point in time, which is pretty average for this time of morning in the central area here at Monroe Road on the Uriah Butler Highway. As we get a better look, as we panned across there, briefly we saw what the big picture was on the northbound side of the highway, and we saw that there were a lot of vehicles. And as we zoom out, we have a better look here now, and that gives you the real picture. Looking in the southbound lane, we can see that there's the all clear, so there's no worries there for those of you heading against traffic at this point in time. But for those of you who have to leave home right now to go put up with this traffic, remember you can take us with you on Talk City 91.1 FM, where we can keep you company and just add some positivity to your morning, despite being in that traffic. All right, and that's a wrap for this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
We get the ball rolling right away with Green Days by the River superstar Anand Lalkaran, who'll be here to chat with us as we get it off the ground. And also, it's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. We have the lovely Krista D'Souza with us and Natalie Mohammed, who will be chatting with Shamla Maraj. And that's coming up right after the break, guys. So you know what you have to do. You have to stay with us. Back in a minute.
Reach further when you advertise with TTT, Sweet 100, Next 99.1, and Talk City 91.1 FM. Whether it's television, radio, or social media, our stations belong to the only broadcast network with 100% coverage across Trinidad and Tobago. That's a fact. From Port of Spain to Point Fortin, Crown Point to Charlottesville, every household in TNT can easily access our signal. TTT remains the only broadcaster with live capability from multiple locations in the country, making us the most dependable source of information for events of national importance. Find us on any smart device at TTT Live Online. Are you ready to reach further with your advertising? Contact our sales team now. Call us at 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt.
Good day, sir. Are you aware that you have committed several traffic violations in the last 30 seconds? What were you doing on the shoulder? To top it off, you exceeded the speed limit, you ran the red light, and you endangered the lives of others. Road safety is no child's play. Driver's permit and insurance.
News happens anytime, anywhere. And when it happens, we are there. We report the news in real time. TTT News. Connect.
Back on air. I want to say a lovely good morning to Vonnet Bigfoot. I know you look at us every morning and so wonderful. You have to come sing for us, remember? And Vonnet says to Carrie, you need to read the book. It's lovely. And top of the morning to each of us here, as well as she said, Shamla is life. So, you know, Vonnet's fingers busy this morning. Christine Ransom Makoni, good morning to you. Mala Bagwandine, as well as Shushila RT Hari Prasad. Good morning to you. Lizzie Harry. Paola Rudder, happy that we're pleasing you this morning. Antoinette James, good morning. Trisha Ramkisoon, San El, Michelle Dio Charita, and Lily Pong. I'm going to stop there because it's just going on and on and on, and I'll come back to you guys a little later on when I say good morning to our Facebook family. And, of course, those of you on Talk City 91.1 FM. Now's the time. We're going to be talking about Green Days by the River. My guest in studio is Anand Laukaran. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you,
How are you?
Lisa, and to Carrie and your staff here, all your wonderful staff here at TTT, and indeed to all your viewers and listeners of 91.1.
Is this your first time back in TTT, the new TTT? Since it's the new TTT, or you've been back since?
I've come to visit,
September.
but just
a visit.
No interview or anything like that.
First interview.
First interview.
I like that. Now, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking
Green
about.
Days by the River, premiering on television Easter Sunday.
Oh my!
On TTT.
That's great news.
Are you now finding this out?
Well, yes,
really?
indeed, because everyone is so excited about Green Days by the River. The book was written about 50 years ago by Michael Anthony.
Yeah.
We did a lot of filming up in the Mayaro, in the east coast of Trinidad and so on. People read the book not only here in Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the Caribbean, and everybody's asking.
World, as a matter of fact.
Yes, indeed.
Germany, I know for sure. There were people reading it and loving it there as well.
Yes, it came once. The first time it showed up for about 7 or 8 weeks in cinemas. Yes. And then it went up the Caribbean and other parts of the world. So it is indeed a very exciting time. So you're now finding out that
it's premiering. Did Michael call you and say, Anna, you have an interview on TTT, and he didn't tell you why? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And you just turned up.
I am always prompt. Whenever Michael asks me, Michael Molida, whenever he asks me to do something concerning Green Days, I'm always excited.
But I said yesterday that I work with you, and I can say that you're an excellent person to work with. Quintessential professional you are.
Oh my.
You are.
Oh my.
That's my endorsement.
You have made my day. The day has now started and you have made my Carrie. She has made my day.
But it's true though. Yeah. You know that.
I know we work together. It was indeed a nice
experience. Because what I love about you is that you become your character. You always want to give of your best. Even if you think that the director says, okay, cut, you say, can I do it again? Are you sure? And how much of that went into Green Days?
Well, a lot. The thing about it is that to become an actor, and I believe that I'm good at my work. I mean, self-praise is no praise, but, you have to get into the character, study the character. You have to go sometimes, I go on my own when I go through the script and I try to get the backstory of the character and try to develop that every bit of the character.
Yeah.
So that when I come before the camera, I have something to show. And if the director likes it, even it isn't in the director's mind, he says, Anand, we'll go for that.
Right.
If not, you tell me what you want and I'll try to get it to you.
Did you have to read the book over and over again, or was it more about the script?
Well, I didn't read the book at all.
Really?
It was just the script that I got. I tried to figure out what it was about. And when I came to the audition, Michael liked it. And when I went home, I told my daughter Ananda. Yes. My daughter Ananda and Mala, I want to say a very heartfelt thanks to them. They are my inspiration.
Yes.
And she said, Dad, I did that book at school.
Wow.
And so I picked up the book and I started to read Green Days by the River. I saw all her notes and so on. And I studied it through her book.
Wow.
And
so you read it at that point?
At that point, after the audition.
Right.
Yes, to see what it really was about, because I got a call back.
Yeah.
Michael probably liked a few things that I did. And he called me back and he says, Anna, look, we want to see you again.
Yes.
And so it was, then he started to, he wanted to see me with Shelley. The main character, the protagonist in the movie, and to see how we gelled.
Yes.
And he seemed to be happy. They were very meticulous.
But clearly he was very happy.
Yes.
So did you get to meet Michael Anthony now, the author of Green Days by the River?
And not only that, one of the first things Michael said after seeing the movie, he says, Anand, when I pictured Mr. Gidari in the book, and I saw it on the screen for the first time, you were Mr. Gidari.
Yes, you were.
And it was so heartwarming to hear something like that.
Yeah.
And we made a few trips while we were at filming. Nalis was part of the sponsor, and we were there to launch his book again, a revised edition of his book.
Yeah.
And we visited schools, talking about the book, talking about the movie. And we even did a showing up at Mayaro where the book emerged from. BPTT arranged that for us. So there were screenings throughout the country, and Michael and I, we would constantly be in touch and talk about the book.
What was the most challenging part of filming for you, would you say?
Well, you see, Lisa, you would understand this more than many people. Sometimes the director would say cut after a scene because he doesn't like something. But I had to work with 3 most powerful police dogs.
Right.
Sif and Lion and Tiger and Rover, these dogs.
Vicious looking dogs in the trailer.
Oh my gosh, and they were big like that. And I had to take care of them and run with them for some of the scenes. And the director, Michael, would say, cut. And he would give me notes. But he wouldn't give the dogs notes, right? So I had to come up every time again, we needed to take a take. And the dogs, every time the scene starts again, they would do something totally different. But they were very obedient. Yes. They were well trained by Mohammed and those guys up at Kumuto. And it was an experience. They pulled me down into a ravine.
Really?
Yeah.
They were just taking you wherever.
And they were strong. Look at me. And these 3 dogs I had.
Do you have dogs?
Yes, I do. I grew up. My father was a hunter in the Rio Claro area. I took care of dogs. So I knew how to command them, I think.
That's a good thing, because if I had to work with dogs, I don't know what they would have to tranquilize me.
Well,
I'm not very good with dogs, I'll tell you.
Many people were scared. Shelley at first, we had to bait him into getting, to throw his voice and to be the alpha, to command.
Yes.
And so it was afterwards we became accustomed to it.
Well, once you're in the country, you're going to be live in studio with us for the screening. We're going to do an interactive Facebook and Instagram during the screening on Easter Sunday. So you have to have Easter Sunday lunch with your family and then head down
it's
to
a
the
date
station.
I'm going to have it. All who didn't see it.
All right.
What time is it on Easter Sunday?
I believe it's 3 o'clock. We'll confirm the time, but I believe it's 3 o'clock right after lunch, Yeah. You settle and you get the family together and everyone sit and have
I'm going to talk to my
TV
Facebook
premiere.
friends and tell them all who have missed the movie, we have a date on TTT.
April 21st, Easter Sunday, 3 p.m. Yes?
Yes,
and then wonderful to see you again.
It's so good.
I know you're going to be back closer to the premiere of the film here on TTT. We're going to have you guys in studio once again, but thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so very much for having me, and this is a joke between the both of us. I'm not the ghost. I am the real guitar. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking, and I'm sure people know too, who get into ads and so. Right now, though, we're going to check you out in the trailer of Green Days by the River. When we come back, Shamla is in studio.
How's your pa doing?
He's not doing so good, and it's like it getting worse.
Them can't kill me, boy. I is a stone wall and tell your mother that the boss come home.
Come here.
Ain't he the man who Rosalie did show the place when all they just moved up here last month?
Rosalie?
That's my room.
I want to go in the bush with Mr. Gadari tomorrow.
Gadari? Oh, you mean the man with the Creole wife?
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
Only land.
Hey, always keep your cutlass in your hand when you're in the bush, boy. You never know what could happen. You don't give me that. You don't give me that. You're from down the beach. And down the beach, people don't know nothing about bush.
This life ain't easy. Matter what it seems. Still I'm holding on.
You enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it bad, girl.
Dreams are drifting on the river. Got to make it now.
The girl named June. She's from Sandy Grande.
I see.
I know my spirit is calling. Sunshine, sweet, sweet lover, sacred lover, only lover.
I thought you was different, but you just like blasted Joe and all the rest of them drunk. Don't roll me.
Get into damn lazy, man. That's something to make them get fierce. Listen to me, good Eshel, and you ain't stupid. I love this land too bad, boy. I believe in land. I believe in land. I'm planting the land.
by the river there, coming to you Easter Sunday, April 21st, 3 p.m. here on TTT. Something to look forward to. But right now, I'm looking forward to Shamla's next interview. Good morning, Shamla.
Hi, good morning,
How
Lisa.
Are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Congratulations, 1 million views.
Yes.
That's what we're going to see.
Yes, that is almost the population of Trinidad.
Yes, cute. That means everybody watching you.
Incredible.
All right, I'm going to hand you over now so that you can talk to Christy. Yeah?
And Natalie.
And Natalie.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new segment of Unique Not Different. Well, on Thursday, that is the 21st of March, we celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. And what a better way to celebrate with the Down Syndrome family. And one of its advocates, self-advocates, is Christy D'Souza. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Well, I know you are an avid advocate for persons with Down syndrome, and you do it through what you personally love to do. So now I'm going to ask you, you work, right? Where do you work and what do you do?
Where do I work?
Yeah.
I work in Ministry of Child Affairs.
Okay, so that was your school that you attended. You currently work now.
I used to go to this Montessori school.
Okay. And now you're working there.
Well, I have a job in Ministry of General Affairs.
Okay, and what do you do?
Things I do is scanning, shredding,
right,
and learn how to type.
Okay. And you are a member of this Down Syndrome Family Network, and you work with other children and other, persons with Down Syndrome and help them in terms of, activities. So what type of activities do you help them with?
Well, coloring.
Coloring, okay.
Puzzling. They like to do puzzles. And after that, they have a break.
They get break. So play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you have hobbies?
Yes, I do.
What are your hobbies?
I like to sing and dance.
You like to sing? And what type of music do you like to sing?
I like to sing pop, romance, and oldies.
Pop, romance, and oldies?
Yeah.
That is my kind of music as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So maybe one day you can come and serenade us. Okay. You think?
Yeah.
Right. And good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
You are one of the directors of the Down Syndrome Family Network.
I am.
Right. And I always am curious that, okay, what state of passion, to become a director or a member of the Down Syndrome Family Network?
It's actually a unique story. I started off going into teaching, where I wanted to go into primary school, but I ended up choosing special needs education. And it led me to Down Syndrome Family Network, where I joined as a volunteer. I have been a volunteer for a very long time, and because of my passion, I decided to take up the director position to basically help persons with disabilities generally. It's not because I have anybody in my family, my immediate family with a disability. It's because I want to see progress in the nation, and I want to see persons with disabilities included in everything that we do.
Right, and that's what, that kind of, anytime I see someone who is not affiliated with, with anyone with a disability, yet they're working hard.
Correct.
It inspire me to work for them, because if you are inspired to do it, who is me?
Exactly.
So the network itself, right? Every year they go with a team.
Yeah.
In March.
Yes.
So there's lots of socks. Can you tell the audience what lots of socks is about?
The Lots of Socks campaign, it started a couple years ago, where we wear different colored socks, funky socks, bright colored, mismatched socks. The purpose behind that is to create awareness about persons with disabilities. How, when you wear the socks, And it's not the normal black or white, and persons see it like, why are you wearing a high socks or why are you wearing that type of socks?
Yeah.
It's for you to now start a conversation about persons with disabilities and the potentials that they have.
Right. And every year you also go with a team in your conference.
For the conference.
Right. And this year's team is?
We follow suit with the United Nations.
Okay.
And the team that they choose for this year's conference is Leave No One Behind.
Right.
So basically that's what we are doing. We're not leaving anybody behind. We are trying to progress and move forward.
And at this conference, what would we expect?
We have this year at the conference we'll have Emmanuel Bishop, a self-advocate. He's been around a lot of different continents, the 3 continents. He's spoken to a lot of persons about advocacy. He's very talented. He's a musician. He could play golf. He has multiple skills. Additionally, we would have guest speakers.
Yeah.
But persons wishing to find out more would have to come.
Of course. And in terms of the advocates, the self-advocates who are members, because I know the Down Syndrome Family Network has a large network.
It has.
Right? And I know you guys hold workshops during your different seminars, etc. So the workshop, what is the aim of each workshop?
At the South Advocates workshop, we follow suit with the general theme of the conference.
Right.
We break the advocates workshop into 2. Juniors and seniors. Christy helps me with the seniors.
Okay.
What it is that we do is that we have various activities for the juniors. It looks like play, but it's all a learning experience where the parents now would be able to sit and take in whatever information that is provided for them during the conference. So the kids would be involved in, as Christy said, puzzles, coloring, so they would know the different colors. They'd be able to fit puzzles together. They'd have fine motor skills activities, gross motor skills activities. And on the other side now is the Senior Self-Advocates Workshop, where I said Christy helps me. We try to get our advocates to understand what is the meaning of advocacy, to be able to stand up for themselves, to be able to speak when spoken to, how do you respond, what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, and basically prepare them for society as best as we could.
Yeah, and I had Surya as well as Daniel on my segment, and Surya works at IMAX. Right, and Daniel currently goes to school and he plays with All Stars Junior. I know your group also pushed towards getting persons with Down syndrome who are competent enough into the corporate world, so they could achieve some form of independence.
Yes.
How does that work?
It's a lot of work where we need parents to get involved because we're doing our part to furnish them with the information to prepare their offsprings for society. And basically we advocate for inclusion.
Right.
So when they go out into the workplace, everybody will be sensitized towards this person. We don't want them to be in a workplace where they are seen as, let's say, somebody who greets somebody at the front desk or just there out of pity, but we want them to be competent on the job to be able to earn
that
their place there.
Yeah, they deserve. And Christy, what would you like to tell the audience, Trinidad and Tobago and the world? What would you like to just tell them? Anything. Tell them anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to give them a chance
to
go to normal schools.
Right.
And to react with people.
Right.
And how to talk with those children.
Right.
To say what they have to say, like, what is this number? What number is that? They want to learn how to go to schools, go to college, because we want to give them a chance.
Yeah.
To do all those type of things.
Excellent. And can you just tell the audience where you guys can be reached?
We could be reached at www.tttnews.org. www.dsfamily.org, or you could contact us on our Facebook page or Instagram page. We will get all the information. Don't forget the conference is this Friday, the 22nd of March at Hyatt Regency, and on Monday, the 25th at Tobago. And on Thursday, we're celebrating World Down Syndrome Day. Everybody wear their socks. You have to wear your colored socks.
Yes, I will wear, and I will take out with your hashtag it. Yes. Yes, so thank you, everyone. This was another segment of Unique, Not Different, with me, Shamla Maharaj, on TTT Live Now Morning Show. Until next week, be good, do good. Bye, guys.
Shamla, we have a surprise for you. Coming in studio, 1 million views. It's a celebration. So we turn it to the camera. Turn it so you can see it. Oh my God, I need to help you. I need to help them. Bring it this way. Come. There you go. 1 million views. Can you see that? Yeah? We did our best to make it.
That cake bigger than me.
A big blow. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Is it magic candles y'all have? Yeah. 1 million views.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, I shouldn't be tasting your testing. You want to taste? No. Congratulations to you, Shamla, Christy, Natalie. Thank you so much for coming on. And we continue to just reach for the stars, right?
Yes, and each time I aim to do better and better, as I said, and focus on my guests, and bring out the best in them, given a lot of time.
And you bring out the best in everyone.
Thank
so
you.
Appreciative for having you. You're definitely an inspiration, not just to Trinidad and Tobago, but to the entire world, because I'm sure people are looking on from all over.
Yes, I actually see people from the UK and so on said, things like this should start in their country, and I feel proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're pioneering. We're pioneering here in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, definitely. Well, we're going to take in a few messages. We might have some cake as well, because it's a celebration here. 1 million views of Unique Not Different on TTT with Shamla Maharaj. Back in a moment after this.
Delivering more news, more often to more people. Log on to www.ttt.live.
Frontline on Talk City 91.1 FM, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to noon with me, Ria Roop Chansing, an informative and educational show that discusses a variety of topics, from social issues to the law, from education to religion, culture, health, beauty, and your well-being. And you also have a chance to voice your opinion in Frontline's open forum. Frontline, 8 a.m. to noon every Monday to Friday with me, Ria Roop Chansing, on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Reach further when you advertise with TTT, Sweet 100, Next 99.1, and Talk City 91.1 FM. Whether it's television, radio, or social media, our stations belong to the only broadcast network with 100% coverage across Trinidad and Tobago. That's a fact. From Port of Spain to Point Fortin, Crown Point to Charlottesville, every household in TNT can easily access our signal. TTT remains the only broadcaster with live capability from multiple locations in the country, making us the most dependable source of information for events of national importance. Find us on any smart device at TTT Live Online. Are you ready to reach further with your advertising? Contact our sales team now. Call us at 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt.
TTT News. Connect.
We are back in studio. Oh, a whole lot of excitement, right, Carrie?
Yeah, I know. The whole studio is just charged up right now. It's so amazing. 1 million views for Shamla.
Yeah, they love her. I saw one post alone with over 350,000 views.
Wow.
In just that one.
I can only imagine.
People are loving. People are very excited.
Yes. You know, and she's like, you know, clearing a path and just like creating the way,
Definitely.
You know, for herself and for others that she represents.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely, yes. So, Carrie, you know, it's time for us to find out what's going on with the traffic on the roads, because we know some of you in your cars, those of you listening to us on Talk City 91.1 FM are probably saying, what's going on as I head into Port of Spain or wherever you're heading off to, perhaps in San Fernando as well. So let's take in this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
I'm in South Trinidad right now, and we're in the Day Bay area. I'm looking here at vehicles heading from Penal and environs toward Day Bay and then to San Fernando. We can see that there's not much traffic at this point in time. We see a few vehicles heading there, making their commute toward the city of San Fernando. Looking in the opposite direction, there's the all clear. There's absolutely nothing to talk about there. They have a free flow of traffic, but for now it's good news in both directions. If we take a look later on, it may be a little bit different, but for now it seems to be all clear on both ways. So for those of you heading out at this point in time, you can take us with you on Talk City 91.1, as Lisa said, and we can keep you company until 8 o'clock this morning. All right, and that's a wrap for this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
So, Carrie, you know, people are looking at us in the UK. Good morning to Kevin Alexander. I'm checking Facebook now. Lizzie Harry says prayers for New Zealand. Yes, of course. Lorna Clouden, good morning to you. Antoinette James. Christine Ransom McConney. Kevin Anthony, he didn't say good morning, you know, he said good morning. And Beverly Saunders, good to have you. Joanna Grant Phillip, she loves the all-inclusiveness of the morning show. And Son L. Lily Pong, good morning to you guys. I will check in once again, but right now I want to check in with some people who are going to give us some tips and tell us about the Global Money Week 2019. Good morning, to Dominic Stoddard, Financial Services Ombudsman at the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Dominic.
Good morning.
And to Nicole Bachan, Senior Communications Officer at the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Good morning, and welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
And I want to talk to you about Global Money Week. That's happening next week, is it?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so Global Money Week is really an international celebration or a recognition of financial awareness. And it's really geared towards youth all across the world, and Trinidad and Tobago will be joining approximately 169 countries and territories across the world in raising awareness about money matters, about entrepreneurship, and about livelihoods as it relates to money.
And this happens every year, or is it?
Every year. It's an annual celebration. Yes,
and who would be participating in this event? I think you have something called the National Financial Education Committee?
Yes, the National Financial Education Committee was formed in 2017, formalized March 2018. It comprises the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, the Association of Trinidad and Tobago Insurance Companies, the Trinidad and Tobago Insurance Institute, the Tobago House of Assembly, National Financial Literacy Secretariat, the Central Bank's National Financial Secretariat program. We also have the Mutual Funds Association of Trinidad and Tobago and the Stock Exchange
so
as members.
So it's a fully all-inclusive, all-encompassing committee. So what's the role of the committee?
It's an umbrella organization designed to coordinate and collaborate in the execution of a national financial literacy strategy.
And why is that important?
Because we believe that financial literacy is a life skill.
Right.
These are things that you don't just pick up along the way. And we want to ensure that everyone in Trinidad and Tobago, and with Global Money Week, we're particularly focusing on the young people.
Okay.
Many young people come out of the school system in Trinidad and Tobago in the hope of finding a job.
Yes.
We want to change the mindset and help them to understand that You can create a job. You can become an employer. It all has to do with self-belief. And we're promoting responsible financial behavior and basically changing the money management mindset in the country.
So is this committee just for Global Money Week, or is it a committee that manages Global Money Week but other things?
Manages Global Money Week, but we're actually promoting financial literacy.
Okay.
And therefore, because we're a small country, we're bringing organizations together to kind of to coordinate and make sure that we don't have gaps and overlaps.
So you're straddling young people, but across all ages?
All ages.
Right.
We have children and young adults.
Right.
We have employees in the workplace. We have community and faith-based organizations.
Yeah.
We also do retirees as a particular group. You know, we've segmented the population because we realize that 44% of Trinbagonians have low financial capability. More than 1 in 5 persons do not have a basic bank account. These are startling statistics, and we're aiming to change that.
And how are you now, Nicole? I'm coming back to you because I know you're going to tell us all about Global Money Week. But Dominic, you have me engrossed here now because how are you going to go about changing this? What are some of the programs that you have?
Well, we have, for example, we have an intervention called the Post-SCA program.
Right.
When you've completed your secondary entrance examination, you're transitioning between primary school and secondary school. We believe that's a watershed time when you now need certain specific money management skills. We hope to bring these to you in some of our programs. We have people who might be on the verge of purchasing a home and they don't know, how do you go about it? Do you look at your budget first? Do you look at house prices? Do I buy? Do I build? And we have all kinds of information and programs.
You need a series on this show. That's what you need. Because before we get to the top of the hour where there's news and they just throw us off because they must run the news. Nicole, tell us about the Facebook challenge. Once you're talking to young people, you're talking Facebook challenge.
Yes. So this year we decided to embark on the Global Money Week challenge, and it involves this lovely calendar.
Right.
And the calendar asks questions from March 1st to March 24th. So each day the person will open the window and answer the question related to money.
But they have to answer on Facebook.
They have to answer on Facebook and use the hashtag GMW Challenge 2019 or GMWTT, and their school can win our Global Money Week Challenge trophy.
Right. Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
So you're going to give this out to the schools?
Actually, it's online, so it's on the Global Money Week Facebook page, and it's also available on their website. So all the school has to do is to download the template, print it, look at it, question, answer it, and post it to Facebook.
Super cool. So teachers, if you're listening, please go back to your schools, make sure that you're participating. Financial literacy is a must, right?
It is.
That sounds like an ad right there. And what are some of the other activities that you're going to be doing? For the
So Global Money Week is from March 25th to the 31st. And on Tuesday, we kickstart in Tobago. So the Financial Literacy Secretariat under Tobago House of Assembly, they're actually kickstarting the event. We're hosting approximately 250 students there. And it will be a large exhibition with all financial entities. From there, a contingent from Tobago will be coming into Trinidad to do a financial tour. On Thursday, we're catering for primary school students this year along the East-West corridor. So there will be an exhibit. Well, not an exhibit. There'll be
a display of sort.
They'll be participating in a money museum.
Right.
So they'll be entertained with a short little video as well as going through the money museum that's recently opened at Central Bank. And on the Friday, we're catering for secondary school students in South and Central, approximately 200 students. So we're trying to reach all areas across Trinidad and Tobago.
So very quickly, if anybody wanted more information, which I'm sure they do, where do they go?
They can visit the Facebook page, Global Money Week Trinidad and Tobago, or call any one of the participating entities, Central Bank, Trinidad Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, Bankers Association, and the list goes on.
Go on Facebook. That's where you need to live. It's a digital world, y'all. And of course, you can call us here in studio 622-4141 and we get the information for you. Thank you so much, Dominic Stoddard, Financial Services Ombudsman, Central Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, and Nicole Bachin, a Senior Communications Officer at the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Good job, guys. We'll be back after this. You know, I told you it's a packed program, so stay with us.
Maximize your impact when you advertise on TTT Live Online. With TTT Live Online, your brand can be seen by viewers in TNT and all around the world via our social media pages. Our audience is growing every day. TTT Live Online has reached over 260,000 followers across Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can bet they're watching. Our statistics show the live stream of the Now Morning Show reaches tens of thousands of viewers each day. Our news and entertainment pieces draw hundreds of thousands of views across all platforms. And you have an opportunity to be integrated into or featured alongside all this amazing content. Are you ready to maximize impact? Contact our sales team now. Call 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt.
And the pace is very hot. My next guest is Joel Anthony Harris, co-founder of Sirius International Caribbean Defense Contractors Limited. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
And tell us exactly about your book that you have in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Well, the book really was planned as a trilogy of books, and it began around the year 2009 and 2010. Mm-hmm. With the express purpose of talking about the dynamics and trajectory of the United States and its power and how it affects not only Latin America but the entire region as a whole. And the first volume, The Art of Barrier of North-South Dialogue,
yes,
we really wanted to talk about the effect of the power vacuum that was left behind by the United States as a result of the war on terror, which was, of course, a result of the 9/11 attacks on the United States of America. So we discussed the importance of multilateralism, the importance of cooperation in the advancement of regional defense initiatives.
Yes.
And so that then evolved into our second volume, which talks about the rise of China and what it means for the United States as well as the world. And we really touch on the concept of omnipresence. We wanted to talk about the concept of U.S. power with the idea of multidimensionality in the sense that power is not just expressed or manifest in hard power in terms of military or military footprint,
right?
But we wanted to talk about it in ways that encompass other things like culture, foreign relations, technology, such as nanotechnology, genetic, and space.
And who is this targeted at? Because I see here a book drive in St. Mary's College and started in Roger Boys RC
It was
School.
completed last week, Monday.
Yeah.
It was successful. I'm happy
What
to
did
say.
you do exactly there?
The whole purpose was to donate books to school library.
Right.
Because I see the importance of literature.
Right.
Not just for the sake of for reading, but to really emphasize the influence of ideas in our age.
So to stimulate thinking and deeper and incisive
well,
thinking.
to challenge them to think critically about our times of turbulence, our times of seismic shift.
So did you have conversations with them after? Or
I had a speech.
Right, okay.
It was about 6 minutes.
Which is about the time of this interview.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I got a brief time to talk about the importance of ideas. I specifically mentioned H.G. Wells Guer Palace, right, as some examples of some writers who have made an impact.
Did you go to St. Mary's College as well?
No, I went to Fatima College.
Okay.
For brief, and then I studied at a boarding school in Canada for about a year.
Yes.
And I then went on to study in McGill University.
So this is your
Montreal,
way
Canada.
of giving back to the community in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes, it's part of our community. It's part of the program.
Yes.
So what we do as part of the Friends Firm is to do school workshops.
Yeah.
And this is like an outgrowth of that.
Okay.
So
what we're going to do is, as I said earlier, they're going to kick us out for the news. We're going to come back after the news, and you'll tell us how people can contact you, and we'll just wrap it up, all right?
All right.
Okay, so we're going to take a break for the news. Right now, I'm chatting with Joel Anthony Harris, co-founder of Sirius International Caribbean Defense Contractors Limited. We'll be back after the news.
Crossing a highway is a dangerous practice. Your life is precious. Be road safe.
Good morning, I'm Stacey Ann Providence, and this is News Now on TTT. There is a pressing need for new legislation to be passed to moderate social media use. This was the general consensus at a forum hosted by the British Council on Monday entitled Law Enforcement and Social Media, Opportunities and Challenges. But as panelists aired out the topic, they had several concerns about how that regulation is to be done.
Within the last decade, the use of social media has skyrocketed and is now considered in many spaces to be the main means of communication. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith said while social media has benefited law enforcement in many ways, such as helping them to quickly disseminate information to the public, it also adds new challenges.
Terrorism, for example, has become a conduit towards recruiting individuals to join terrorist groups internationally. Then we can also look at gang-related activity.
Another challenge outlined by the panel of speakers at Monday's event is the proliferation of misinformation online. Chairman of the Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago Senior Counsel Gilbert Peterson said he believes the imposition of firmer penalties can be an efficient tool to fight back.
And have a rigid supervisory regime so that persons who abuse it or use it for evil could be brought to justice and kept in line.
Independent Senator Paul Richards agreed, but added government must be careful not to resort to restricting public access.
It can easily veer into this sphere of censorship. I think management, monitoring, and putting systems in place to manage is better than limiting access, because then we go into some sort of draconian jurisdictions.
Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi said the government's main concern is merely to manage the effects of social media.
There is at least a proportionate right. Those rights must not shut down public expression. They ought not to shut down the engines that cause this to work, but there must be some form of meaningful redress.
Janine Brown, TTT News.
The union representing the managers at National Flour Mills, the Steelworkers Union, has been assured by the company there will be no more retrenchments. This assurance comes days after the general manager was retrenched. According to NFM, this is part of plans to restructure the state-owned company for better efficiency, production and quality. The Steelworkers Union told TTT News they were assured by the company that the retrenched manager was not replaced, but the CEO will absorb the responsibilities. NFM promised the union, along with the Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union, which represents the general workers, that they will be kept informed at every step of the restructuring process. A further assurance was given that the workforce will not be affected as they look at new products to diversify NFM. And in sport, an official announcement is expected any day now, but indications are that former national captain Russell Latapy has accepted the job as national coach of the Barbados senior football team. The little magician, as he is affectionately called, has been frustrated by the local football association as he took charge of the national under-20 squad recently. Latapy complained openly about a lack of support in a timely fashion by way of camps or appropriate warm-up matches ahead of their tournament in Miami recently. But his biggest gripe was the non-payment of salaries for months at a time, a situation which saw him take the association to court and won previously. He also complained that the TTFA failed to comply with the agreed payment plan stipulated by the courts, which frustrated his efforts to effectively do his job the second time around and forced him to down tools in protest. Now he is off to Barbados, where a formal announcement by the president of the Barbados Football Association, Randy Harris, is expected on Wednesday. And that was News Now on TTT. I'm Stacey Ann Providence. Do have a good morning.
Receive a free Kindle Fire 7 HD with Alexa features when you purchase any of our highly effective JJ and Friends educational programs. The JTAB Junior Suite for children 2 to 5 years, the JTAB Suite for children 6 to 8 years, and the SEA Suite for students in standards 3 to 5 preparing for the SEA exam. It's the best of both worlds, amazing educational programs and a free Kindle Fire 7.
When they have a tablet in their hands,
they become so much more engaged. It's the new pencil, it's the new paper, it's the new book.
It's education everywhere at all times.
It's totally different than the classroom that we grew up in. It's the future.
I would encourage any parent to buy this product.
You are setting the future for your children.
I see a great improvement in my child.
I'm 100% satisfied with the JJ and Friends Phonics program.
It has changed my life. It has changed the life of my 2 sons.
This is a special introductory offer available for a limited time only. Call now 800-READ. That's 800-7323.
We are back in studio. This is now Lisa alongside Carrie because Rishi is off today and tomorrow, and he'll be back with us on Thursday. But right now, it's just Carrie and me. Carrie!
High five.
There you go.
Five.
You know, people argue about that, right? Whether it's you say Carrie and I or Carrie and me.
Right.
But you say Carrie and me when I'm the subject and you're the subject, right? Because you can't say it's just I.
Right.
You can't say it's just I. So you say it's just me. So it's just Carrie and me. That's a big debate, you know.
Whether
because you know you grew up saying it's the person and I, or this one and I, but you have to separate it. This is a little bit of English this morning. You have to separate it and say if you were to say it is just X and me, if it makes sense, and then that way it's me. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
This one thing you did not know. Carrie did not know that. Wow, Carrie, I don't believe you. Just try to make me feel good.
Well, you speak the Queen's English, so you know
I do not speak the Queen's English.
I'm getting a little bit of a lesson this morning.
Yeah, I know that's a little pet peeve that people argue all the time.
Right,
that you must say, but once you take away the first part, that's the easy way. That's my mom taught me that. Good morning, mommy. She was a teacher, principal actually, and she said, no, it's not like that. You have to, if you can say between X and me, right? And if you take away the X and it makes sense to say with me, then it works. And it's correct.
Right.
Very easy to remember.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned something this morning, as I said.
I can't believe there's one thing that you didn't know, Carrie, because you know everything.
I don't know everything.
You can do everything. What day is today? No, it's not DIY. Nobody's turning green today. I missed that. That was so much fun last week, but I watched it. And I had a lot of fun. I'm sure you did
as I was saying yesterday, I think I'll have to do my following DIY out of steel or something. Because obviously concrete can't stand up.
Well, all the muscles are your little mate. Are you still in the gym?
I had fallen off the wagon a little bit just because of the injury I got a little while back. I haven't gotten back into, but speaking of green though.
Green Days by the River. Good one. Good one, Carrie. Green Days by the River right here on TTT Easter Sunday after Sunday lunch at about 3 o'clock. You can join us for Green Days by the River, making its television premiere here on TTT. And of course, we're going to have the cast and crew, Director Michael Mulidar in studio to Facebook and interact with you during the screening of it. So that's something to look forward to. And in the build-up, we're going to have the actors on. We had Anna and Laukaran on this morning. Solid guys, solid actor.
Yeah, he is excellent. You know, there was a really nice interview, as I was telling you earlier, and I enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoyed it as well. I always enjoy working or chatting with Anna. And also on a sadder note, but on a good note, because we know the situation in New Zealand, very sad across there, but very positively, that it took less than 10 days for the Prime Minister to decide that they're going to look at gun law reform. Jacinda Ardern, female Prime Minister of New Zealand, taking the bull by the horn and saying, we're going to do something about this.
Exactly, and make guns that people may use for acts like we have seen, for negative things, giving them less access to that.
Yeah,
and that can make the big difference.
Yeah, good on her. Right now, to those of you who are leaving home and heading out and want to know what's going on the roadways, here's your traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
I'm on the Beetham Highway right here, and we're just seeing a little bit on the corner of the screen, but we zoom out right now and we can get a better look at the bigger picture. We see quite a number of vehicles heading toward this is here for the Spain there. As we look at the flyover, there a number going there as well. As we pan across, we can get a better look as well. And as we see, we have quite a number of vehicles heading in there, but there seems to be a decent flow at this point in time, which is actually surprising for this time of morning. They are now slowing down at that traffic light there, but it's not too bad considering the time of morning it is and the usual trend. So that's good news for those of you who are going toward this is here Port of Spain right now. If you want to avoid that traffic, you may have to take another route, but for now it's not too bad, so it may not be necessary. Looking in the other lane over there, that when we were panning across, we saw that it was not too bad at all, completely clear actually. So that's good news for those of you who are heading against the traffic. But for now, we will have, and we see one vehicle breaking the law there a little bit. Guys, just remember to observe the nation's laws and be very mindful of other drivers and safety when we use the nation's roadways. So let's, and we'll wrap this up for now, and hopefully this person takes a lesson in safety at some point in time. All right, and that's a wrap for this traffic update.
Today's traffic update is made possible by TrafficTT.com and sponsored by Ultimate Solutions Limited. We make it happen.
Now, what's happening in our studio? We have a bride in our midst, and that's coming up next on the program. You have to stay tuned. Wedding season on now. I don't know, Carrie, you were talking about plans earlier. Is there something I need to know?
We'll talk about that off camera.
Ooh, Carrie. Wedding bells in the air, Carrie?
No. Wedding bells not in the air. Just yet. Not anyway.
No, just yet. Okay. And I have to tease you a little bit. You said, if you're on the Beetham, you might have to take an alternative route. Now, tell me, how is someone who's stuck in traffic in the Beetham going to take an alternative route?
So you see that flyover that was there? You could take that and divert through Port of Spain. If you know where to pass, it's not so bad actually.
Okay.
Having to come from San Fernando often, especially when I used to teach at that school in Chagaramas,
right.
I had to find alternative routes all the time because I couldn't afford to be late because then people wouldn't cook any food.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you'll tell me all about that at another time, yes. how to get through the traffic. But right now, we're going just too close, no traffic at all across the Suite 100, our sister station. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I am doing fine this morning. I saw Carrie's business. It's out. I saw what's going on in studio. Carrie,
I know, right? At the top of the show, he said, I'm putting some little plans in place, and it went through my mind. And now I see a bride. I'm like, what's going on?
She's going down to the Red House this morning. For him, to help him out.
I think he's jealous of Shamilia.
That's what friends
Thomas
are for.
Ashby, who got married last weekend.
Oh, yes, there's a hyphen there now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. So, it's good to see you. I thought you were hiding from me, Lisa, because I looked out for you last week. You weren't there.
Oh,
so I was
boy.
like,
Listen to me. We'll talk about that off air.
I hear you. I hear you. I know that you're quite busy these days. It's so much to do, so little time. But
Yes.
the guys, I must say also, they've been doing a great job.
Oh, yes, I enjoyed. I was watching, and I had fun time, especially when Carrie turned green. He turned into Hulk.
Well, I was trying to avoid that conversation. I was really trying to avoid it, but I had a little.
That is okay. I was laughing at myself. So.
Boy, I had a little something for me because I had my paper and everything to rip up and mash up. But I have a little song for him in the background that's playing right now. I mean,
what song is that? Give us a little taste now. Good one.
Carrie boy.
That's me every day. All day, every day.
Carrie, it's gonna be you for a little while, you know. I mean,
That's
gonna be.
But
you're such a good sport. He's such a good
sport.
sport, I must say. You know, he's. We were laughing about it last week. We were talking in the corridor. I said, Carrie boy, I must say, I did laugh, boy. I said
you and everyone else, but it's all good.
But you know the thing is, just before we go, I was looking at him and I said, I'm hoping that this wouldn't fall apart. I'm hoping, and then boom, and then I saw his face after, and Rishi did not let him off the hook.
It was priceless. Priceless.
Great
That's
moments.
what you call good TV, right there.
TV, great
right
moments.
there. The expense of you, Carrie. I'm sorry.
That was okay. Like, it was funny for me too, you know. In the moment, I was just like, how am I going to bounce back from this thing? And it's like, you know, there's no going back. Just accept it.
Just accept it.
He did a good job.
Showed all over your face.
Yeah.
I want to say good morning to your listeners on Sweet 100,
Of
Mark.
course, they look out to hearing your voice. They look out for hearing the guys also every Tuesday and Thursday when we link up. And it's always a great opportunity, you know, to link up and find out what's going on with each other. That's what we call family.
Absolutely.
Just had to drop it in there.
Absolutely. Carrie, do you have your keys on you, or is it across your
keys?
car keys? Is it there?
No, I don't have my car.
Oh, because I was just looking for a key. I think Mark lost the key he was singing.
Oh, snap!
In defense of Carrie this morning,
Wow.
Carrie, sorry, Carrie, I have no more to say. Carrie, Lisa, enjoy it. I think I'll be stepping on this one.
I love you. You know I love you, Mark.
Enjoy your day, guys.
All right,
Take
we're
care.
going to leave it there. And I'm going to go across to, I love Mark so much.
Yes.
But I can resist that one. Usually he can sing, but not this morning. I'm going back across to Joel Anthony Harris. By the way, are you related to Archbishop Emeritus?
Yes, he's
Joseph?
my second cousin.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Yes.
So before the break for the news, we were chatting, and you were going to tell us a bit how to contact you or your organization. And is it primarily targeted at schools, the work that you do?
Oh, no, we have two domains. We have Soft Power and Hard Power. My domain handle is Soft Power, where I do outreach programs.
Okay.
And I also...
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back to you after the break, because we have some technical problems right now, but we're going to fix that during the break and come right back after this.
We beg them not to stop the carnival. You could believe me, this is Creole Bacchanal. We beg them don't stop the carnival. Make me gal, but don't stop me carnival. We beg them don't stop the carnival. And we want them to know that we love we call it so. We beg them don't stop the carnival. Make us study, but don't stop me liberty. We beg them don't stop the carnival. We come to parade by plane, we masquerade. We beg them don't stop the carnival.
I don't know what to do, Mom. He's my children's father, and I really love him, but he only reacts like this when he drinks.
Ma'am, I will ensure that you get all the help that you need.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is devoted to providing assistance to victims of domestic violence. If you're a victim of domestic violence, a report should be made to the police immediately so the matter can be addressed in the most appropriate manner. Domestic violence is very serious. Do not wait until it's too late.
on any given day, at any given time.
You can have your say on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Call in, text in, send us an email. All our shows are fully interactive.
Whether we're talking politics, sports,
current affairs, social issues,
culture, and the arts, stay in the know
with our daily news bulletin and breaking news updates.
We're committed to keeping you informed about the world around you.
And yes, we entertain you too with the best Kaiso, steel pan, and local and regional music. We are your address for talk. Talk City 91.1 FM and TalkCity91FM.com.
All right, we got the problem fixed, the technical, just a little glitch, live TV, it happens sometimes, not too often, but sometimes. And I'm chatting with Joel Anthony Harris, and you are telling us about your opportunity for young people and the work that you're doing with 2 books that you are reaching out to young people to bring them more aware, to develop their critical thinking skills.
Yes.
And you were going to tell us how to contact. The question was, do you only deal with young people and schools?
Yes, one of the things we do is a counter-organization program where we talk about ideas and philosophy in a way that challenges them to think about nation building, challenge them to think about leadership, and how that could be used for our thinking, how it could be used to develop our own country as well as the region. Yes, that's correct. That's
very important. Very important. So if schools were interested in getting in touch with you, how would they do that?
Well, they can contact us as 727-7819. That is the phone number for our outreach programs, and that's how you get me.
Right. Okay. So they get to you directly.
Yes.
And you would come into the schools and work with the young people.
Well, what we do, we do custom-made programs for each school. But each school has their own culture.
Right.
Each school has their own challenges.
Yes.
So I have to design each program in a way that fits with their values, while also talking about what we want to talk about.
Right, yes. And it's really about developing leadership and
nation
critical thinking and building a better nation for tomorrow. That's exactly what we do here every morning. So we're very happy to have you. We're proud to have you as well, Joel Anthony Harris. That was a quick one, but we were chatting before, and I'm sure that you're going to be back sometime in the future. 727-7819 is the number to call if you're looking on and you want to get Joel and his team in your school. Thank you so much. We take a short break and then we find out what's going on with the bride. Is that Carrie's bride? I don't know.
Maximize your impact when you advertise on TTT Live Online. With TTT Live Online, your brand can be seen by viewers in TNT and all around the world via our social media pages. Our audience is growing every day. TTT Live Online has reached over 260,000 followers across Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can bet they're watching. Our statistics show the live stream of the Now Morning Show reaches tens of thousands of viewers each day. Our news and entertainment pieces draw hundreds of thousands of views across all platforms. And you have an opportunity to be integrated into or featured alongside all this amazing content. Are you ready to maximize impact? Contact our sales team now. Call 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt.
Well, they say wedding season is on, definitely, because our head of production and operations got married just last week. So maybe, I don't know if Carrie has wedding bells in the corner across there.
Not yet.
And but certainly Lisa Edwin Herbert is here to tell us more. And you're from the L. Edwin Caribbean Wedding and Event Exposition 2019. Yes. So tell us, what are you expecting out of this event?
The thing about it is that not really, but I'm expecting what everybody else is expecting. And everybody's expecting to find their exhibitor, their vendor.
Their bride
really
well.
A lot of single people come to our exposition,
really? Okay.
So you can never know what can happen. A lot of people said, I want to come to the expo, but I'm not getting married yet. Can I come? And I'm like, yes.
Okay.
And then we had persons who got married by coming to the exposition. They planned their wedding and stuff from all the exhibitors that were there. And they return as well, because there are a lot of things in store for married people.
Okay, so what sort of booth? Is it like booths or what sort of things?
It's 65 different exhibitors, and they come from insurance companies to banks to beauty to persons in terms of health to vacation. And because we have some of the Caribbean islands as well, you have honeymooning, vacationing, rental vehicles. So it's from every walk of life in terms of an event, corporate event, social event, or someone who's getting married.
Oh, so it's an events exhibition, not necessarily a wedding exhibition.
It's both. Okay. So remember, if it is you're having an event, there are things that is common to a wedding, and it's common to an event. Same thing.
Okay.
You want to have an event, you want it to be exciting, you want to have a photo booth. That is also common to a wedding and an event. You want it to be videographed, you want it to be photographed, you want the makeup done. There are things that are common to both corporate events, and it's still common to weddings. So that's why we made sure that it will cover both wedding and someone who's having a normal corporate
But today
event.
we have a bride and a groom. Why? Tell us.
Because we want persons to know that all brides and all grooms who are coming to our exposition have a lot in store for them. In terms of also trends, because there are different trends and stuff in wedding dresses, things that will suit you best. And we are really, really highlighting the wedding part of the exposition today and telling brides and grooms, this is the place to be at Hyatt next weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And the good thing, Lisa, is that Saturday is a holiday.
Is it?
It is a holiday. Next week Saturday is a holiday.
What holiday?
So
there are no holidays in my life. What holidays? Carrie, you knew that?
I forgot.
What holidays next week Saturday?
Yes,
Shelter Baptist
Liberation.
Oh, so it's the 30th of March?
Yes.
Oh, the 30th of March reach already? Oh, my goodness. Yes, I know that the 30th of March is Shelter Baptist, but I couldn't think that the month is already done.
Yes, next weekend, and that it's all over.
You
Saturday and Sunday.
It's next week. It's not
next
the end
weekend.
Okay, so it's not this Saturday.
No.
It's next week.
It's next
so we
week,
have
Saturday and Sunday.
Like a week and a half to go.
Yes, we have like just a week and a couple days to go.
You got me nervous there. Oh, yes. Yeah.
So it is a holiday, so persons don't have to wonder if they're going to get time off or those jobs that, definitely have to work on a holiday, but then they can come on a Sunday. But we really want to tell brides and grooms out there who are seeing us, who have a friend who's listening to us right now, that they must be at the Wedding and Lifestyle Wedding and Event Exposition. And it's the Caribbean Wedding and Event Exposition, because a lot of Caribbean islands are coming together to ensure that persons who might want to elope and get married, persons who just want to have like a nice honeymoon or vacation.
Carrie's not even asking a question. You're like, I'm not even getting in this conversation. Lisa's not even going to get me in this conversation.
No, but I'm avoiding the conversation like the plague.
Okay, Carrie. Yes, so are there any giveaways?
Of course.
Giveaways?
Our big giveaway this year is a $35,000 cruise. It's a 7-day cruise on MSC Cruise Line. So it's complimentary both Lazari and Samson and MSC Cruises.
Wow.
Because beside having a 7-day all-inclusive, you also have 2 complimentary tickets and accommodation in Miami awaiting to board your cruise line.
So it's a cruise for 2?
It's a cruise for 2.
Okay.
And then, so that's our grand prize. But beside that, Lisa, there are other 75 prizes. And we also have accommodations in Orlando, accommodations in Vegas. And that will be for persons who are also already married. So we're not leaving out the married folks. And then every single exhibitor on that day have a grand giveaway for one very blessed couple.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, it's not that exposition where one person, right, you get the auntie and it's just only you alone walking away happy.
Yeah.
But it's everyone. You have about maybe 100 persons will be leaving with something grand.
And is there a cost to attend? Or
it's only $100.
$100.
You can get it at
For
any
both days,
Zenas. You
you
can get it, your tickets at Eclipse.
So let me ask you, when you get $100, right? You get a band and you can come back the next day, or is
No, you don't get
a day?
it's $100 per day.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we don't we don't do the band thing, right? Because it's a lot of stuff that we are giving away. And then beside that, Lisa, everyone that comes to our exposition who is getting married will be getting a coupon code. And after our expo, they can go up on our website. And once they put in that code, every single exhibitor there will be giving them a discount on their services.
Oh, wow.
So it's more than just, yes, you want to ride with a big prize. But if you were not one of those persons, you are not left out. So it's not an exposition where we just throw you away.
So I'm sure this is something people look forward to
every single year. Because this is our 18th year of having this exposition.
I know.
So they look forward to it. And a lot of single persons come to him.
Carrie's not single. Don't look across there at all. He's so not single. Did I redeem myself?
Persons even propose. Persons even use it as a good place to propose to their significant other. I've had persons, you know, they purchase a ring. They purchase a ring on spot by Zenas. And they pop
Lisa, I like how you switch there, you know. Lisa's like, okay, not in that direction. Let's switch in this direction. Let's switch that up a bit. So our model's going to model for us this morning?
So we have Lisa and we have Paul. And let me take this away from you, Paul. So this is a wonderful suit, and it comes to you from El Couture by Al Edwin on level 2 in Long Circular Mall. And this is
you
our
guys
wonderful bride.
Off the set.
And you see, and you see how Lisa sparkling everywhere she goes. It's a sparkle and a sparkle. And this is a new way to wear your gloves.
Right.
So for that bride who doesn't want to wear a white spandex glove, now you can actually have it all blinging. So it's all about the bling. So it's a different way that you can do it. You don't have to wear a crown. And even if it is, you look at how the groom suit is, instead of wearing a bow tie, you can also wear a nice bling brooch.
Yeah, so the bling is matching the bling.
That's right. Perfect complimentary.
Wow. So are they just modeling or are they a couple?
No, they are modeling. He's very well married. And she's very well taken.
Lisa, I think you're trying to put a lot of people in trouble this morning.
It's all in good fun, guys. Please, I'm the guilty one here, not them, right? So once again, it's the 30th
and 31st. It's happening at Hyatt Regency. On a Saturday, we start earlier. Saturday, we begin from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. On Sunday, we give everybody a chance to have their Sunday lunch. So it starts from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And just in case persons want to call us, could I give them a number to call us? So they could call us at 628-0294 and ask us any questions that they wish.
All right. Thank you so much, Lisa Edwin Hilbert. That's the L. Edwin. I now realize L. Lisa Edwin. The L. Edwin Caribbean Wedding and Event Exposition 2019. Go check it out. We'll be back after this.
Whether you are on the road or at the beach, preserve our beautiful nation of which we are proud by properly disposing of your waste. Because environmental pride is national pride.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who really cares?
Who cares? I care, because I know that tobacco use is the single largest preventable cause of cancer-related deaths worldwide. Smoking cigarettes has been found to harm almost every organ and organ system in your body. You can do something about that. Don't smoke. If you do, stop. I care, because cancer doesn't.
Reach further when you advertise with TTT, Sweet 100, Next 99.1, and at Talk City 91.1 FM. Whether it's television, radio, or social media, our stations belong to the only broadcast network with 100% coverage across Trinidad and Tobago. That's a fact. From Port of Spain to Point Fortin, Crown Point to Charlottesville, every household in TNT can easily access our signal. TDT remains the only broadcaster with live capability from multiple locations in the country, making us the most dependable source of information for events of national importance. Find us on any smart device at TTT Live Online. Are you ready to reach further with your advertising? Contact our sales team now. Call us at 622-4141 at extensions 2601 to 2607 or email us at sales@ttt.co.tt.
We're back in the studio right now. This is now Lisa alongside Carrie. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm just checking in on Facebook, and Fayola Rudder is reminding us about the deadly cyclone that affected Mozambique and Zimbabwe. We spoke about that yesterday, and our hearts go out to, I believe it's over 1,000 people affected so far in that region. And you know, I do have friends in both Mozambique and Zimbabwe.
Were you able to check in with any of them?
I haven't checked in with them as yet. I'll do that today. But certainly, you know, we have people all over the world being affected by tragedy and so many sad things happening.
A lot of sad things happening recently, and you know, we definitely need to stay positive and stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters around the world, and you know, keep them in our prayers.
I want to say good morning also on Facebook to Desiree Bob, who says congratulations to Shamla. Of course, we congratulate Shamla on her 1 million views.
I know, right? Always something to make us smile.
And Marlon Ramlogan, again, very happy with Shamla. And Listra Brown, good morning to you. Good to have you. Sushila Haripasad, Diane Roderick Simmons. Love how you slotted in the English lesson. Just a little bit. Suzanne Ramratan Bachan, good morning to you. Good morning to our little ones. You know, we have children between the ages of 5 and 9, especially, who love to look at the show when they're getting ready for school. I wonder if they're still at home. But always a pleasure to have you, and we love you. And, you know, we just want to continue inspiring you to be the best that you can be and to make your country and the world a better place. And speaking about people who are doing the best that they can be.
I know, right? On Saturday, the 16th, was the First Citizens Sports Awards, right? And 2 people, they really stood out. It was Michelle Yahi,
right?
You know, who's doing
Sportswoman of the Year,
of the Year, and as well as Jereen Richards, who was nominated, who was named Sportsman of the Year. And you know, they're making us really proud here. And you know, it's really good to see that they were honored at the First Citizens Sports Awards.
Yeah.
You know, so high praise for First Citizens, and the corporation has been playing support of sport through and among other things in the Sports Foundation bearing its name.
Yeah.
The flagship for the event for the foundation is the annual Sports Awards. Ruskin Mark has a little bit more, and we'll take a look at that right now.
Sport and culture are potent mix that best describes the passion of TNT, and they were both in abundance on this night. And as the 52 or so high achievers strolled forward to be recognized and receive keepsake hardware, things started to wax warm almost immediately. 4 members of that historic 1979 World Championship netball team, which shared the world title with Australia and New Zealand, made their way on stage to present the Lister Lewis Award to the mile relay team for their superb achievements in 2018. Theirs was just one of a number of outstanding performances in 2018, and a brief look back was captured in the wow moments for the year as the best of TNT was on display.
I want to encourage you. Have a dream, a vision of your future. Do not let negatives in your past hold you back and blind your vision. Do like Joseph. Shake off the negatives. Focus on assisting others as you fulfill your dream. And as you do, you will make a difference in both sport and society of Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe then, we can truly live as one united family.
Some strong words which serves as a reminder to our sportsmen and women to continue to dream big and live their lives as exemplars to the rest of society. Those words were echoed by Sports Minister Shamfa Kojo, who applauded First Citizens for all it's doing for sport in the country, while also holding up the athletes for high praise.
We all need to take a page from the book of each athlete because they impart life lessons that only sport can teach, where humility brings honor, discipline brings dignity, favor is trumped by fair play each and every day. Your worth is determined by your work. Perseverance brings power, and resilience earns you respect.
But the big winners on the night were the repeat winners once again, as track and field ruled. Misha Liahi as Sportsman of the Year for a third time running, while Jareem Richards is the Sportsman of the Year in back-to-back years. Ruskin Mark, TDT Sports.
Congratulations to all the winners, and one of our young ladies who was on the show earlier, Clark, with the
Chelsea, yes, Chelsea Winter. Yeah,
congratulations
she won an award as well. You know, it's really nice to see because we had her here first.
Yeah, she's an angel, and we look forward to big things from her for the Olympics.
An angel with quite a punch, actually.
Definitely, and you would know about that, right? Don't forget, guys, Easter Sunday, April 21st is the big day. Tell everyone, tell the whole country, tell all your friends. Easter Sunday is the place to be on TTT for the television premiere of Green Days by the River. Speaking of which, we're going to take in, before we take in that video, I just want to say good morning to Pundit Dave Rampasad, who says he loves the show, God bless to us, and his family is always watching. Good morning to you, as well as Karen Sylvester Bourne, always locked on. Good morning to you as well. Theodora Warwood, good morning to you. And Nolan Frederick, you're in London, one of my favorite places in the world. Good morning to you as well. Right now, though, for those of you who missed it earlier, we're going to take in the trailer for Green Days by the River, just to get you in the mood for Easter Sunday. Back after this.
How's your pa doing?
He's not doing so good, and it's like it getting worse.
Them can't kill me, boy. I is a stone wall and tell your mother that the boss come home.
Come here.
Ain't he the man who Rosalie did show the place when all of them just moved up here last month?
Rosalie?
That's my room.
I want to go in the bush with Mr. Gadari tomorrow.
Gadari? Oh, you mean the man with the Creole wife?
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
Only land.
Hey, always keep your cutlass in your hand when you're in the bush, boy. You never know what could happen. You don't give me that. You don't give me that. You're from down the beach. And down the beach, people don't know nothing about bush.
This life ain't easy. Matter what it seems. Still I'm holding on.
You enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it bad, girl.
Drifting on the river pool. Got to make it now.
The girl named June. She's from Sandy Grande.
I see.
I know my spirit is calling. Sunshine, sweet, sweet lover. Sacred lover, only lover.
I thought you was different, but you just like blasted Joe and all the rest of them drunk. Don't roll me.
Get into damn lazy, man. Like something to make them get fierce. Listen to me, good Eshel, and you ain't stupid. I love this land too bad, boy. I believe in land. I believe in land. I'm planting the land.
Receive a free Kindle Fire 7 HD with Alexa features when you purchase any of our highly effective JJ and Friends educational programs. The JTAP Junior Suite for children 2 to 5 years, the JCAP Suite for children 6 to 8 years, and the SEA Suite for students in standards 3 to 5 preparing for the SEA exam. It's the best of both worlds, amazing educational programs and a free Kindle Fire 7.
When they have a tablet in their hands,
they become so much more engaged. It's the new pencil, it's the new paper, it's the new book.
It's education everywhere at all times.
It's totally different than the classroom that we grew up in. It's the future.
I would encourage any parent to buy this product.
You are setting the future for your children.
I see a great improvement in my child.
I'm 100% satisfied with the JJ and Friends Phonics program.
It has changed my life. It has changed the life of my 2 sons.
This is a special introductory offer available for a limited time only. Call now 800-READ. That's 800-7323.
News happens anytime, anywhere. And when it happens, we are there. We report the news in real time. TTT News. Connect.
Every weekday from 4 to 7 p.m., tune in to Straight Talk with me, Jude, as I tackle the tough issues affecting our society head-on. You know how we like to get a bit politically correct when it comes to things like race, religion, sexuality, the touchy topics. So let's get some honest, straightforward, and rational discussion going so we can find some common ground on the issues that divide us the most. Straight Talk, right here on Talk City 91.1 FM, every weekday from 4 to 7 p.m.
Social media, if you're on Facebook, certainly, you must have seen a video like that one we just showed and many more of this young lady playing the ukulele and thinking to yourself, is she from Trinidad? What is she doing? Yes, she's from Trinidad and Tobago. And her name is Yasha Hanuman Singh. I'm going to give you a whole name, but you go by Yasha now. I know you says you're like this high. So good to see you, Yasha. Welcome to Now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Now, this is the first time I am a musician as well, but it's the first time I'm actually seeing a ukulele in person. What made you choose this instrument, this particular instrument?
Well, okay, so that's a very specific story. So I wanted to learn to play guitar, just to accompany myself, just kind of, learn a little bit more, because at that point I realized, or I always knew really that I wanted to pursue music, right?
Right.
So I wanted to pick up the guitar so that I could accompany myself, but I was having trouble forming the chords.
Okay.
So I decided, well, let me try something smaller just to kind of orient myself. And the plan was to go to guitar after, but then it
you
never...
just fell in love with the ukulele.
Exactly.
What's the difference between the ukulele and the quattro? Is it size or how the chords are strung? Do you know?
I believe that there's a difference in tuning between the ukulele and the quattro, yeah.
All right. And how long have you been playing the ukulele?
This year we make it about 3 or 4 years.
So you just started.
Yeah.
And is it the direction that you're going to take your life in now? Did you always know you wanted to do music, or at some point were you interested in something else?
I always knew I wanted to do music. Yeah, it was always my passion. I never expected to pick up the ukulele, but it is definitely a direction that I'm happy with to have gone in. This ukulele has become such a big part of my life, and yeah, I'm really happy with where it has brought me. And even though I may step away from the ukulele in the future, I will always have a very, very special place in my heart.
And you also sing?
Yes, I do.
Do you write your own music?
Of course, yes, I
definitely. And who inspires you?
I'm inspired by many different artists, particularly females in the industry. Of course, just as a little girl, growing up, I was inspired seeing women take the stage.
Right.
My songs are written based around events in my life. So I won't have any particular person who would inspire me to write a particular song, but it's just, it's just me trying to express, what I've gone through in life.
And do you write at will, or do you have to be somewhere like in nature? How do you write?
Well, actually, yesterday, this is an exclusive. Because,
oh, really?
Yes.
The song you're going to sing for us is brand new.
Oh, not today, but I actually got an idea for a song yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just recorded just kind of the melody of it on my phone. So that's how I work. Like, if I get an idea, I just immediately write it down so I don't forget. But I find it's really difficult. If I force myself to write, it's just not the same, So it's best for me for it to just kind of come over me naturally.
Did you expect the response on social media? So when you posted your first video, was it just to post, or did you anticipate the reaction?
My first video, that wasn't Savannah Grass, because I've been doing covers for a while now. The first video that I posted was a cover of Elvis Presley, Fool's Russian.
Yeah.
And that was just me practicing, because at that point, I was so bad. I was so bad at ukulele at that point, but I was just, practicing, and I thought, well, this is cute, let me just upload this. And then I got, a lot of people enjoying it, and I was like, well, if it's something that I like to do, and if people are enjoying it, then I might as well just...
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
And where next? What's going to be the next thing for you?
Well, I am all over the place right now, performing live. I actually have a show on the 30th of March at Skyview. Press Play the Tour, powered by Music Zone TT.
Ooh, good.
Yes, so
good for you.
I have been performing live for the last couple of years. And it's just been such a wild ride, especially after Savannah Grass. I've just been all over the place. We've been all over the place. So I'm just really, really excited to see what's next.
Are you going to perform for us?
Yes,
Can I touch your ukulele?
Of course,
I love instruments, and I've actually never held a ukulele in my hand before. It's a beautiful instrument. What does Macala mean?
That's the brand.
Oops, there you go. I thought you were naming your instrument. And do you take this everywhere with you?
Most of the time, yeah, it's either like it's either like in the car, or maybe it'd be like in my room, or just it's all over the place.
It's a part of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it so that like whenever you just feel the vibe, you'll just start playing and vibing? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's very cool.
I have two at home, so one is one will be like on the couch. This one will be in its case usually, because this is my performance one. But sometimes I'll just catch a vibe and just start to play.
And just start playing some strums. And
my mom and they
lines.
will hear it like echoing through the house. And it's like, where is she?
Can I just say good morning, Mommy and Daddy? Good morning. So I'm going to hand this to you, because you're going to sing something for us right now.
Yes.
What are you going to perform?
I'm going to perform a medley of two of my original songs.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Searching all day just for some air, running away, getting away.
Oh my word, Yasha! You know when you see little children running around and they're crying, that's you practicing for now. Where did that voice come from and the words? My word, you gotta come back.
Of course, I am gonna be here anytime you wanna have me.
All right, high five, good job. We'll be back after this for the remaining moments here on Now. Wow.
Production, a new era in media. Our professional services include videography, cinematography, photography, aerial videography, and television production. We provide expert coverage of weddings, concerts, sporting events, graduations, corporate functions, music videos, ads, lectures, christenings, parties, and portraits. Contact us today. Ranking Production, capturing your memorable moments in life.
One day I was out playing with my friend Kevin and he was really moody, kinda sad and angry at the same time. I asked him what was the matter. Someone in his family had been doing mean things to him. He said he had to keep it a secret. So I asked Kevin, is it a good secret or a bad secret? He said he didn't know. I explained good secrets are cool things like a surprise party or a gift for a special occasion. A bad secret is when someone hurts or harms you and tells you not to tell anyone. Sometimes they might give you little things to make sure you don't tell. That's another bad secret to keep. That's mean and controlling. Kevin said it definitely fell into the bad secret category. I felt this was something an adult should help with. Because as a child, when someone hurts you, you can feel really alone and afraid. And the best people to help you are the ones you love and really, really trust. I asked him if there was any adult that he trusted. So we worked up a little plan for Kevin to talk to one of them. A while after that, I could see my friend was doing much better. Now we tell all our pals about good secrets and bad secrets so that we can all feel brave, safe, and strong. Break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should never keep.
Back, we're still here. Yasha's on set, but right now, Carrie, amazing, eh?
Yeah, I know, she's absolutely amazing. As I was saying, as we were going out to the break there, my pulse started raising, the voice and the lyrics and everything, But
I had to get permission because, some children, like Gabby, they don't like you to know, they don't like you to make them out now. Right. They say no make out scene. So you have to say good morning to Gideon and Primity Hanuman Singh, who are your parents. Yes. And we also want to say congratulations once again, 1 million views. Shamla Maraj here on Unique Not Different on TTT, and we had her on earlier, gave her this massive cake which we're going to cut up after the show. Everyone in the studio going to share that with her, but right now we want to say make a difference today now, just as Shamla does, and we're going to ask Yasha to take us out to the top of the hour.
Catholic News contributed to the wider society by holding a mirror, I think,
of this is what our society looks like.
I think the Catholic News has a very important role to play in nation building, because we have never had a program of nation building in the country.
I always give credit that Sister Marie Therese, in fact, was the first real editor in terms of the person on the spot, getting news, going out there. This is a person who is of, she was French, she's French by birth. English was not her native language, but she went out and brought stories.
Good morning, this is News Now on TTT. I'm Stacey Ann Providence. 26 persons have been arrested in the Carnage district in connection with shooting, possession of firearms, narcotic possession, and